Welcome to the Pineapple Pinup, the Hot Wife Life podcast. On today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about a party that we went to over the weekend. My husband shares his thoughts on pre and post party. And then I'm going to talk to you about how to find events to go to. And then I'm going to give you a little description of the BCute Classic and why I think that is a perfect addition to any play bag, any hoe to go. If you like it, please subscribe, and share. And then also check out my show notes for how you can get these things for yourself. There was a lot of, December is a very busy time of year. It is actually very busy in the lifestyle as well. There's a lot of parties going on because everybody's in a very festive mood. Exotica's in town, which means that there's a lot of parties for the OnlyFans girls to create content. There's a lot going on in all of these realms. And it's very interesting because what ends up happening is the party that we go to at Evening Endeavors, there is an early vibe and then there's a later vibe. And it was very fun. The early vibe was a little slow. There were some couples there, but nobody really played. I played with OG, and then I was sitting around naked, and then I was like, okay. So I put my clothes back on and I went to the other room because hoping that there was more going on over there. There was not. And then somebody actually approached me and did the thing that you're supposed to do. They said, "Do you want to play?" And I said, "Yes, I do." Because it's kind of the whole reason why I'm here. My husband was on the couch and we went on the bed, but there was somebody sitting on the bed having a little chat, having a little talk. And they were literally sitting on the bed between myself playing and my husband. So his view was kind of obstructed. And he didn't start the night off very excited. He didn't start the night off very party vibey. He started the night off a little irritated by a couple of different things that had took place, but he ended up powering through and not getting too terribly pissed off. So anyway, I played with OG, and of course he did the thing that he does. He gave me some merch, and he fucked me for a little while. And the position that he kind of had me in was sort of like pushing my hip out of joint. And so it took a minute for that to recover afterwards. But rally. And then I ended up playing with the new guy who had never really been to a party. He was visiting from out of town, and he and I had a very good time. I spent a lot of time honestly giving blowjobs, because there are times when you go to parties where you can suck a dick, but you're not giving a blowjob, okay? Because you're distracted by all these other things that are going on. But I legitimately gave blowjobs at this party. And I know that you stick a dick in your mouth, technically blowjob. But in this particular instance, there is a difference. Like, there's a difference between fluffing and giving a meaningful, I am trying to get this down my throat. I am working on focusing on this dick blowjob. And I was actually giving legitimate blowjobs, and I couldn't remember the last time that I had dedicated any time to a blowjob at a party. Now, recently, I have been getting back into the blowjob game. I've been giving it a little bit more effort, a little bit less, let's fluff the pillows, and a little bit more, let's suck this dick. And for me, I love giving blowjobs. I really do. I love the internal struggle that goes on between a man and a woman when a woman is sucking for all she's worth and a man is holding back for everything he's got. It is such a conflict of wills, and I love that struggle. I love it when I hear that noise, that "Ugh," in the back of their throat when they're trying so desperately not to give me the thing that like, the biological urge to give me what I want, and they're fighting it with everything they've got. It's a really interesting and fun dynamic to play through. And knowing that you have found that spot that makes their toes curl and makes them really want to give it up, but they won't. I love it. So anyway, I ended up legitimately giving some pretty great blowjobs at this particular party. There were a couple that I fluffed, but there were a couple that I literally was legitimately going down on. I was blowing the crap out of them, and that was awesome. Um, so the beginning of the night, and then my the visitor was it was f- it was really good fun play. I feel like he was a little bit nervous. I feel like this was not his normal scene. And there was something going on. I think he may have come to the party to meet me, which is always very weird. I mean, it's not weird, but it's very surprising to me. Like that somebody would go out of their way to travel to a party to meet me and then not say anything. Not say, "Oh, yeah, I was messaging you. I was checking out your profile. I saw the party. I'm so glad that we're both here. I'm so glad to meet you." I like there's a secretness about people that they don't want to tell you that like they expect me to know. And I gotta tell you, if I'm expected to know off of pictures from FET, it's probably very unlikely that I will. So if you have actually messaged me and you have actually come to the party to talk to me, to see me, to play with me, then dude, say something. Tell me. Tell me that that's why you're there because that gives us a baseline of something that we have actually had a discussion before. But I don't know your face from Adam off of a picture, off of a like you have absolutely no idea how many pictures I see every single day on that app. You have no idea how many pictures are sent to me. You don't know how many pictures, like how many um like it's a lot of information to retain and my brain has not decided that it's going to photographically memorize pictures. Words maybe, but pictures no. So, it was very fun and it was but there was a piece of me that felt like that's what was going on, but he didn't say anything and so I felt a little awkward about that and I was like, "Ah." So he and I played, and he was nervous, and it ended up being so much fun. And then my friend Jeff showed up. Yay. And Jeff and I played. And of course, Jeff did the thing that Jeff does. Jeff created a man made lake in the center of the bed that no towel had any hope of absorbing. And then my friend Towman came in and he was also there and he brought his girl Jay and his girl Jay. I love her. I love her. I love her. She's awesome. She's funny and she can hold a conversation and she and I chat and we're half naked and we're laying on the bed and we're like having a whole conversation and we're understanding one another. And it is fantastic. Um so she and I are playing, but we're chatting and then of course I got a new pedicure and a new manicure and my manicure is fierce, guys. I mean, it is outrageously cool. I did a cat eye, so it kind of looks like it's glowing from inside and the light moves within the nail, so it's like it glows differently in light than it does just normally. And then I had my toes painted a very festive Christmas red with lots of glitter. And it was like they look stunning. And of course, that is my toe man's weakness. So he was literally chewing on my feet. It wasn't a bad thing. It was a great thing. And it was so amazing because I there was a new friend that showed up and we're going to call him E because he was eating some stuff. I mean, he was going down on me and I'm not kidding you. He made me come from oral. He made me not only come from oral, he made me squirt from oral. And that, my friends, never happened to me. Has never happened to me. And that was fucking amazing. Then my friend H showed up and she is a cuddle bunny. She loves to cuddle. She loves to get into the booby pile and all of us just sort of lay there and like we're getting fucked while we're creating connection. So it was J and H and me all laying in this pile getting fucked by all the boys around us. And it was so much fun. And I really, honestly, I regret what I did next. Anyway, so let me go back in time a little bit and kind of go through. I ended up like it was fun. Oh my God, it was so much fun. But there were so many boys standing on the orbit that weren't actually playing. And it wasn't until I got up that they came into play. And when I got up, I ended up, this is the part that I regret. I ended up saying that we're going to have to leave soon. And that was a cue for my husband to go and get all of our stuff. I didn't mean it like immediately. I meant it like we're going to have to go within like the next hour because of the fact that I was starting to feel the dizzy from not eating and I was starting to feel like a little. So I made a mistake in the fact that I said something too early and that cued my husband that let's get going. And so we ended up leaving very early that night, and I kind of regret that because I feel like the party was just getting into the atmosphere that I really loved. And it was very much an orgy on that bed. It was 3 women playing and dudes galore around us. And it was so much fun because I was getting fucked by this guy while my toes were being chewed on by that guy, and I was getting, like, massaged by this guy while that guy was fucking me, and it was so just it was the vibe you're looking for when you're going to that kind of a party. When you're going to that kind of a sex party, it had a very Caligula vibe. It had a very pleasures of the flesh, pleasures pleasure pile. And it was amazing. And we ended up chatting and resting and laying in this pile of women and this pile of flesh and just chilling. And it was such a great vibe, and I regret so much that I stood up and had that moment where I realized, "Hey, we're probably gonna have to go soon," and not saying, "But not right now." Because if I had said, "But not right now," my husband would have said, "Okay," and he would have kept an eye on the time and given me maybe an hour longer to actually participate in all of the fun things that were going on. I regret that moment. I regret that I said things the way that I said them because that would have been epic. But at the same time, it was epic already. It was so great. We left at almost the perfect time because the ending of our party was so incredibly intimate and connected. That whole cuddle pile was friends and laughter and fun, and it was really just a great party atmosphere, and I really, really loved it. Um, so we ended up but like I said, we ended up leaving very, very early, and the only thing I left behind was, like, wanna come fuck me because it was right in the center of the bed because, that's how Jeff and I do. That's how Jeff and I do. He literally put and he came back for more, and literally we made a second mess, and it was outrageous. It was outrageous that he could coax that much fluid from my body, and shout out to my husband who was basically my hydration dictator, where you need to drink 2 of those, you need to keep drinking, why aren't you drinking? Or what's wrong with you? Why aren't you drinking? Like, he very much kept me on a fluid regimen, and that actually ended up helping tremendously when we went to the party because hydration is when you're a girl who lets out her excitement through water, it's important to be hydrated. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter.
Okay, so um, we are heading to a party. What is the theme of this party?
It's Pajamas and chill party.
Okay, and you were looking at the guest list. Do you have any idea what the like ratio is, men to women at this one?
With with this host, Evening Endeavors parties, the guest list really doesn't encapsulate who's coming, but the guest list itself was a good mixture. I think it was 4 to 16, so like 4 to 1 men to women,
Okay.
and then of those, like 2 of the 16 don't play. So it actually is a little better even ratio if what's on there is actually what shows up.
Okay.
And they were all women that we've met before that play.
Okay. Um, what are you most looking forward to tonight?
It's been a while since we went to a party besides the one we did for ourselves. I like the social, the group energy. I like all that. So that I find enjoyable at the parties. I get to watch a lot of action and let that build. And so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Nice. Okay, I'm most looking forward to seeing Jeff because Jeff is going to be there, and it's been a very, very long time since I've seen him. We have not been able to hook up
It's been like
since
8 weeks,
yeah,
maybe 10 weeks.
yeah, since it's been a very long time, and I'm very much looking forward to that. As we approach, because obviously it's Christmas time, as we approach Christmas, how much play do you think we're going to see between now and like after New Year's?
after the parties, or at the party specifically, or
Yeah, because I mean,
all
it's a
together?
very busy time of year for like everybody. So are we going to have, are we not going to be able to play at any point this year, this month because of guests being in town or anything like that?
No, no. It's the last year's uh, actual Christmas party we went to with Evening Endeavors. It was awesome. It had great attendance. I have us set up to go to this party and then our normal 2 weeks from now with the same host party. And that keeps us, that's the 21st. That kind of keeps us away from the crazy New Year's stuff,
Mhm.
which is, if, I don't know if I want to go out at that weekend.
Right.
And so it might just be us chilling type of thing. So, but but short of that, I don't think so.
Yeah, because we never party. We never party.
Just too many bad memories of people getting hurt, going to jail, and so on and so forth. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, there's too many.
Now we have Josh, so he might come over because he's not really in the party scene that much now. So come over, we might be able to do that. But as far as I'm aware, we're not going to have any guests except mother is coming into town like the 23rd and leaving the 26th. So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Those are all weekdays. So it's not too bad.
Right. So, um, tonight there is tonight's theme with the pajamas.
Man,
Not really. So the next one is just a Christmas theme, right?
it's a Christmas thing. Dress up. And I'm I look forward to the dress up ones. I think we're gonna put you back in that dress, the pink and black.
Oh, okay.
I wanna stuff you back into that. And then I'm actually thinking of that one, getting a room, even though we won't spend the night, but getting a room, getting up there early, and maybe doing some pre-gaming because we haven't done that in a while.
Oh, yes, pre-gaming. That one, because you're off that weekend, so we can do more.
Absolutely.
Um, that is one of the things that has been kind of hindrance in the past is your work schedule.
Yeah.
Because I feel guilty keeping you out late at night when you when you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Um, oh yeah, exactly. Um, I don't think there are any fan questions that are hanging out there yet. But if anybody has a question for my husband, please don't hesitate to send to them because, of course, now that I've got him to agree to talk to me while we are driving to the party, we can, I have time to grill him. So send your questions. Let us know what you want to know. Okay, so what were your thoughts on the party?
I think the party was pretty good. It seemed like you had a good time.
The party started off really slow,
Yeah, it was a lot slower than usual.
and technically this time I literally only fucked 4 guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So many people didn't ask.
Yeah, it's a common thing lately with the new crop of talent. Not a lot of not a lot of asking.
Yeah. But Jeff was there. Yay.
Yep, seemed like you had a good time with Jeff.
And Toe Man
Yes.
does some things with some toes that's really, really nice.
No, it was great. I had a great time. think you had a good time.
You did.
That's good. That's all you can ask out of a nice party.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do you find or decide which parties to go to? Now, obviously, events in your area are going to differ greatly from events in other people's areas. The events in my area tend to be located either an hour south of me or about an hour about an hour north of me. Those are the two directions because, as I may have mentioned in the past, I'm a little bit in a wasteland. So, how do you find the parties? The thing is that it depends on the app that you're on. If you're on SLS, I think they have what's called hot dates, and those hot dates kind of tell you where they're going to be located, and then you can just show up there. The On FetLife, they actually have the events tab. And if you check somebody's profile, it'll tell you what events they plan to go to. So you can actually meet up with somebody based on the fact that you go to the same party that they're going to. So, how do you decide which ones to go to? Which ones are going to be fun and entertaining and exciting? Um, that's the thing. Um, You're It's a party. It's gonna be hit and miss. It's going to be who's coming, who's not coming. Check the RSVP list for sure. For sure, check the RSVP list. If you see somebody that you know or somebody that you're friends with, you can definitely check with them and ask them about the vibe of the party if they've ever been before. Um, Party scene is very, very hit and miss. It depends on who's coming and who's doing what and how we're all feeling that night. But it can be very fun. Now, the thing about events is that it's not just fuck parties. It's also like game nights. It's also like munches. It's also like um meet and greets. It's also like stand up open mic night. There are so many different kinds of events that if you truly want to find your community, find your niche, find your people, that you can explore it in a very vanilla way or in a very, very all the flavors of the rainbow sherbet way. It is not it's 100% dependent on your ability to commit time to finding the people that you want to find. So this is and there's also there's a lot of kink community as well, and the kink community has different types of parties than obviously the lifestyle community does. But the nice thing is that, especially on FET, that is all interwoven. It's all interchangeable. And you just have to read the description of the party to find out exactly what it is that you're approaching and how you should be approaching it. Because each party is an individual thing. It's an individual organism that is created by the pieces and parts that are attending. So the best part is exploring is always an option, and not participating when you arrive is also an option. Additionally, there's a new app that I found called Swing Social, and that's where you can go to find things like hotel takeovers. Hotel takeovers are their own brand of next level. They are quite insane because literally they go and they take over an entire hotel, and You can get a room there if you get tickets early enough. If it's close enough, you don't have to get a room, but you can get a ticket to get in. It is very, very extreme. It is the party atmosphere multiplied by floors. It is everything. And mind you, I have not been to a hotel takeover in a very, very, very long time. So I am going to one in February. And of course, I will report back. But Swing Social is another place where you can go and find events for you to go and explore and find your crowd. The There are all sorts of not technically lifestyle things that you can also join. As I may have mentioned, Exotica is in town here. Exotica is something that anybody can go to. It is open to the public. It has um, a lot of creators and a lot of like strippers and stripping companies and all those kinds of things that kind of support it. There are also local craftsmen that sell wares there. It is a very, very intriguing um, place to go. I did not find we didn't go there late enough to find our vibe. There was a there wasn't much going on when we went, and so we ended up leaving and going to a party. Um, so I am but there are places for you to go and find things to intrigue you, things to turn you on, things to heighten your experiences, and places to find people that speak your language, people that are interested in similar things. Find your people, find your events, and vet the events. Like, reach out to people who are going, ask them if they've ever been before. Because a lot of times these lists, these parties will tell you who else has RSVP'd, so that way you can know if your friends are going or anything like that. So kind of give yourself room to explore and space to find an event or a party or whatever it is. And that's the best way I know to do it. Um, Basically, since most of my kink is on FET, I don't do a lot of searching for events outside because I've kind of found a little niche in there, a little place to hang, and that tends to be easier, and the best way for us to do it. But that doesn't mean that there aren't a million ways to find your crowd. So, if you have an idea of where to go to look for events and parties and hotel takeovers and, resorts, the whole deal, reach out to me, let me know. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about the BCute Classic. It's a 5 vibration pattern, battery operated, waterproof, intimate massager. This thing is so perfect to put into my play bag. One, because it doesn't have to be charged. All I need is an extra battery in the play bag, and if it dies, I'm good to go. It is a very small massager, and it works perfectly in tight places and it's a very easy to travel with companion. I like taking this kind of thing to parties because of the fact that it is that extra zhizh that I need. And sometimes the extra zhizh that I need sometimes. And it is also very, very entertaining. It is something that is easily washed, and because it's waterproof and everything like that. And it can be, it can be something that just gives a little extra when you need a little extra. It is the perfect little size. It is powerful. You can change the batteries on the go. It is the kind of thing that travels perfectly. It like I said, it's waterproof. Just, you make sure that you're taking care of it. Make sure that you're opening it, cleaning up the battery, and making sure that you're not getting any battery leaks, that kind of thing. It can last you for a very, very long time because it's a very super slim, intimate vibration that it's basically what we used to call a lipstick vibrator. But now but it's purple, and it's got that really smooth touch to it. So it actually works really, really well. And again, I got this from my friends over at Private Adventures. And if you go to privateadventures.net, please use the promo code Pineapple Pinup 10 to support the show. I really appreciate all the help I can get, and I really appreciate all the listeners out there, and I really hope that you guys find what you're looking for over at privateadventures.net. It's an awesome site, and they are building. So if you ever need something that you can't find there, just reach out and let them know, and they can go on the hunt for you. Um, my Again, that promo code is Pineapple Pinup 10 if you want to support the show and support a great small business. Thank you so much. Their website address and the link for this particular BCute Classic by B Swish, fun, flirty vibe, will be linked in my show. It will be linked in the show notes as well. Um, if there's anything you'd like me to try out, let me know, and I will review it on the show, of course. Thank you so much for listening to the Pineapple Pinup, the Hot Wife Life, the Hot Wife Life. I am so excited that you guys are out there listening, and I am so excited that we have somebody who has agreed to come on with us and help sponsor the show. Privateadventures.net. If you need anything, you can reach out to me on all my socials, and all my socials are listed in the description of the show. I am excited to hear from you, excited to chat with you and talk about topics you guys are interested in. So reach out, let me know. Thank you so much for joining me. You can hit me up on my email at pineapplepinuppod@gmail.com.